And hello again, everybody. I'm Gene Valicenti. Welcome to our daily recap of the Karen Read retrial. We do it every day after 5 o'clock. NBC 10's Katie Benoit joins me. Katie, the principal witness today was Jennifer McCabe on the stand again. This is the retrial. She is the sister-in-law of the homeowner where the body was found. The significance of what she has to say about a phone call. Set up the phone call, then we'll roll a clip of the testimony.
So McCabe got a phone call from Karen Read. The morning they were going to look for John O'Keefe. McCabe gets a phone call from Karen. She's frantic. She's looking for John. And the two end up going eventually with Carrie Roberts to search for John O'Keefe. And they find his body outside of 34 Fairview Road in Canton. So today her testimony was about the night before. She was also at 34 Fairview. That's where the party was the night before. So her testimony was about that, as well as what happened the next morning, and then finding John O'Keefe's body outside her sister's home.
Okay, so she gets a phone call from Karen Read. I need help. John is missing. She talks about that particular phone call. Let's roll that clip for us.
Phone, I had told her, Karen, I saw you guys outside of my sister's house. And then she told me she didn't remember being there. And then she went on to say, she started saying, could I have hit him? Did I hit him? I don't. And then she just was just all over the place, like screaming my name, screaming so many different things. She was hard to follow or understand.
When she was saying to you, did I hit him? Could have I hit him? Was that before or after you informed her that you had seen her out front of your sister's house?
It was after I told her that. She also informed me that she had cracked her taillight.
Okay, it's her sister's house and the brother-in-law's house. They used to live there. They don't live there anymore. Jennifer McCabe, is she the person, everybody agrees on this, she's the one who did the Google search? How long does it take for a body to die? Am I following this correctly?
Yep, so it's house long to die in cold. She misspelled how. In the first trial, she claimed that she was typing quickly. It was cold outside. She was frantic, so that's why she misspelled the how. So you'll see the Haas. That's right. Kind of the explanation behind that, why it's misspelled. But she didn't testify about that yet today. She did testify about what she was searching for before she went to bed at 2:27 a.m. So that's that timestamp that has caused some confusion, become a little controversial in this trial. So she talked about what she was looking at. She was looking at sports. Her daughter was involved in sports, or kids were involved in sports. So she's looking up some sports things before bed, is what she claims she was looking up at 2:27. But we didn't get into that part today in testimony quite yet, with Jennifer talking about at the scene what she says Karen told her to Google yet.
Okay, let's keep going. Jennifer McCabe then testifies about finding the body outside on the lawn with Karen Read. Let's play that.
How close did you get to the area of the flagpole before you could first actually see something?
Well, I saw the shadowy figures of Carrie and Karen, and it wasn't until I got very close over to them that I saw Carrie removing the snow from John's face.
Is that the first moment you realized that that was John O'Keefe on the ground?
Yes, it was.
Katie, we expect her to come back, and at some point they're going to ask her about the Google search, so that'll be new testimony in the retrial?
Yes, so Jennifer McCabe is expected back on the stand tomorrow. She didn't finish her direct testimony, so she'll still have to be cross-examined by the defense. I expect that she'll be on the stand for a good amount of tomorrow. So,
okay. Positive development for the defense. The testimony of the accident reconstruction team. They testified yesterday without the jury present. They're going to come back and testify with the jury present. Why is that a positive for the defense?
So the ARCCA experts have been working on some new reports. Those will be done at the beginning of May. And the judge ruled that the ARCCA witnesses will be able to testify. And the first time around in the trial, these ARCCA witnesses, they were hired by the federal government. And this time around, they're testifying for the defense, hired by the defense. But they had testified the first time around that O'Keefe's injuries were not consistent with being hit by a car. So they're a big witness for the defense to call.
Okay. All right. The significance of that at some point. Did she say anything going into court or coming out of court today?
She did. She was asked about if she had anything to say to Jennifer McCabe. She said she didn't. And to take a look at the dash camera videos, which we did see last week with Kerry Roberts' testimony, and we'll probably see again those police dash video cameras showing first responders getting to the scene, Jennifer McCabe, Kerry Roberts, Karen Reed, trying to help John O'Keefe that morning. So
Jennifer McCabe, just to keep everybody straight, she was out drinking with them that night and then went back to the house to continue the party.
She was, yep. So they met up with John, and Karen met up with Jen and a group of other people at the waterfall. And then they decided to go back to 34 Fairview, and there was a group of people there. So that's where they decided to go back. And that's what the after party was. And then later, John O'Keefe's body was found on the lawn outside of this after party after they'd gone out drinking to a bar previously. But there was a big group of people there that night. So some of those people will be called as this trial continues. They were called last trial, but a big group of people were in the house that night. So they'll be expected to be called soon.
All right, NBC 10's Katie Benoit continues to cover this for us, and we continue to do these daily recaps of the court action. We'll do it after 5 o'clock.
What would you like to say to Jen McCabe? Make a hole, guys. Make a hole.
Oh, I have nothing to say to Jen McCabe. I would say the dash cam and the 911 calls speak for themselves. If you want to know what the scene was like, just watch the video. Don't take anyone's word for it. Watch the video.
What can we expect from Cross?
A lot. I just want to thank Bob Alessi. I've been waiting to hear about my reconstructionist who I've invested a lot of money in over the last few months, and they're finally allowed to testify. They're objective. They were hired initially by the U.S. government. I didn't even know how to spell ARCCA until February of last year.
So you feel
I'm incredibly grateful to Bob and my team, and grateful for the work you'll hear about from ARCCA.
What was the ruling on ARCCA? What did she make one there?
Yes, ARCCA's in. ARCCA's in.
But
So
how do you feel? You think the judge is being fair to you? The judge is.
I believe that was fair, and I appreciate it. I would expect nothing less, though.
Did you notice a change in Jen's demeanor today compared to last trial?
No comment. Thank you.
Okay, glad we got that in there. That was a Karen Reed outside court. Before we say goodbye, just one more. Let's get in. This was the judge with her ruling on allowing that accident reconstruction team to testify at a later point. Let's listen to that, and then we'll say goodbye.
There have been repeated violations of the reciprocal discovery orders and my orders, repeated and deliberate. And Mr. Brennan, I understand completely the Commonwealth's argument, completely the ambush that has been set upon here. However, a defendant's right to a fair trial is paramount to everything. So I'm going to allow the ARCCA witnesses to testify. I am going to allow what I expect to be a very robust cross-examination. And I'm going to allow them to testify to everything that they said up until yesterday. So you'll get the report May 7th. And I know that's late. And if you need anything as a result of that being late, I'll hear you on whatever motion you have. But that's where we stand. And I expect counsel to comply with all rulings and rules of the court and all rules of professional conduct. And no more nonsense. Let's just try this case. All right, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, that's the judge. We'll echo that. We'll see you tomorrow. You're up to date now. Full reporting on the 6 o'clock news. And once again, if you want to watch gavel to gavel coverage, come back here to this same spot on YouTube. We've got it every day. I'm Gene Valicenti. See you on the news.